Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my TBR. Jar chooses my November TBR. So before we get into it, I very quickly want to say, don't forget to follow me on my other socials. I'm on TikTok and Instagram at JadesBooks5. I post a lot of short form content on my TikTok and a lot of bookish posts and some of my reviews over on my Instagram. I'm also on Goodreads and Fable. I update Goodreads religiously, okay? I'm always on Goodreads. I'm always like looking at what people are reading. I literally love Goodreads. And as for Fable, I'm not as updated with my Fable. I normally use that for my book club aspect. Like my reviews aren't on Fable, but I do update it like daily. I just don't post my reviews on there. I'll have the link to all my socials down in the description in case you want to follow me over there. And lastly, I filmed this video yesterday, but my microphone was plugged in, but it was dead. So I had zero sound. So I had to scrap. Luckily, I only did 2 books before I noticed, but I had to scrap those 2 books. So we're starting fresh today with, we're going to be choosing new prompts to make it fair. That was my fault, and then I was just like so annoyed with myself that I was like, my heart's not in it anymore. I'm gonna do this tomorrow. It is now tomorrow, so let's go ahead and get into picking my November TBR. What did it say? What did it say? It says a book with a purple cover. Okay. Ooh, how fun. It's getting a little crazy over here. As you can tell, I cannot fit a lot of books on here. So let's see. I kind of already know what I want to read, but we'll pick some purple books. Does this count? For the sake of the video, I'm going to say no because it's mostly like black. So I'm going to say no for that one. What about this one? Okay, I don't think this counts either. This one counts. This one's very purple. This one doesn't count. My necklace is holding my microphone, so if you hear a little clinkling, I'm gonna try to make that not happen, but I apologize if you do. I think I found another one, and then these ones are very obviously purple. That one is also very obviously purple, and so are these ones. Those are hard to take out, however, and I already know which one I want to read, but I did want to give some purple options. So the options that I did choose was Tourist Season by Bryn Weaver. This one is very obviously purple. I don't quite know what this one is about, however. It does say that Tourist Season is a darkly funny, slow burn, enemies to lovers romance where destruction and desire are balanced on the edge of a blade, and where love is the most dangerous battleground of all. This one's so pretty. This one is the Target edition. I don't know, it's different from, it says only at Target. I don't know what is only at Target, but my copy's a little beat up because my books tend to get beat up when they're on the TBR cart, but this is the first option. The second option is Rose in Chains by Julie Soto. I've heard nothing but good things about this book. Well, that's not true. My friend Jade gave this one 2 stars, 2 or 1 star. She did not enjoy it, but other than her, I feel like I've heard nothing but good things about this book. I am a sucker for sprayed edges. If you watch my videos for a minute, you know that I love sprayed edges, and so I always gravitate towards sprayed edges. I don't know what this one's about either. It says that the war is over, the dark forces have won, and the hero who was supposed to save them is dead. Interesting. It's a dark romantic fantasy debut, a spellbinding tale of love, hate, and explosive magic. This one sounds interesting. The next book I have, however, is Thrown in the Dark by A.K. Caggiano. This book I literally just bought. I know. I thought I was in a book buying ban as well, but no. I don't know what this one's about either. I did read that it's like, when I read the synopsis there at Barnes & Noble, it reminded me of Apprentice to the Villain because it says his dark destiny awaits and nothing will stand in his way except her. Dark Lord Demon Spawn prophesized realm destroyer. She's bubbly, obnoxious, and blonde. And so it says, will Damien be forced to abandon his villainous birthright to help the tender thorn in his side, or will he manage to overcome the virtue Amma insist on inspiring and instead cut it out at the heart? This one sounds really interesting. Wait a second. Okay, wait. I have my water here because I tend to yap a lot. Okay, let me tell you my thought process. How about that? I'm in between Rose in Chains and Thrown in the Dark. Why are these sprayed edges like low-key giving the same vibe? Let's see how many pages these are. Rose in Chains is 441 pages, and Thrown in the Dark is 484 pages. Okay, this one, because it says that she accidentally chains herself to him. Forced proximity hate to love, enemies to lovers. Okay, we're gonna go with Thrown in the Dark for book with a purple cover. So as always, so I don't lose these little guys, I stick them in the book. Okay, you guys, we have our first one. Let's do our next one. Hopefully that was focusing. Sometimes my camera doesn't like to focus on things really close. It just depends on what she wants. That was probably also upside down. A book published this year. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, let's keep looking though. Oh my goodness, there's so many good ones for this. Let me go ahead and hold this because it looks like it keeps rattling. Wait, there's so many good ones. Okay, we're gonna limit to 4. I keep picking from up here. I need to start looking down more. Let me show you my thought process. So the first one I have is Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. This one's really interesting. This one's about this girl. It's Halloween and she gets attacked literally close to death. Like this person who attacks her almost kills her. And that was like their intention. You do not attack someone the way that she was attacked without wanting to kill them. So it's a miracle that she's alive. So she wakes up in the hospital and she remembers the attack, but she does not know who did it. And they tell her basically like something happened and she's alive right now, but she's not going to be by the end of the week. Like her days are numbered. And so she has 7 days to figure out who is her murderer before she dies. And so this sounds really interesting. I do want to read this. Okay, let me show you what I've picked. Next, we have Every Spell of Fate by the Hidden Mafi. This one is the 4th and final book, I believe, in the Woven Kingdom series. I love this series. It's so fun, very character driven. If you love just very character driven books, kind of no plot, just vibes, where we follow our characters along on their daily lives and kind of just follow them in their relationship, I definitely recommend this series for you. I'm not going to tell you what this one's about because, as I said, it's the 4th and final book, and so I don't want to spoil anything, but I also picked this one. This cover is so pretty. Next I picked is Fake Skating by Lynn Painter. This one came out this year, obviously. I think it's a fake dating, hockey, sports romance. It's YA, which I love Lynn Painter's YA books. I think this year I've discovered that I don't quite love her adult romances, but I still really do enjoy her YA romances. So I'm really excited for this one. We have one more book though that I picked for this prompt, so let's look at it. The last book that I picked was Good Spirits by B.K. Morrison. Look at those sprayed edges. Look at this cover. I think I'm gonna pick this one. I feel like I'm gonna gravitate towards this one and the vibes of this book more now that it's November. Normally November, I'm already in the Christmas spirit. I'm in the Christmas spirit so much that I already went Christmas shopping and bought all of my family their presents. So they're staying in my closet. October 31st, I went Christmas shopping, you guys. So I'm definitely in the Christmas spirit, and I think this is the one I'm going to choose. As always, the little slip goes in the book. Okay, let's get our next prompt. A book that's over 400 pages. Let's look down here a bit. Definitely something that I would read, that I can see myself reading, I should say. Because I'm not going to pick something that I just know I'm not going to pick up, which is normally the reason why these are up at the top, is because I tend to gravitate towards these ones more. Ooh, what about this one? Okay, let's see how much pages Ruthless Vows is. 417. Let's see how much this is. Oh yeah, over 4. Oh, I also have this one. Let's see how much pages this is. Oh no, okay, 370. Oh, this is over 4. I feel like I've been picking this one too much though. Let's see this one. So these are the 3 books I picked for pick a book that's over 400 pages. I have Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. I love Rebecca Ross's writing. It's so lyrical, so just imaginative. I love her storylines and how she just writes, and I definitely still need to read this one. I read Wild Reverence, which is the prequel to this series, but I still have yet to read this one. So this is one of the ones I picked. Next, we have Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli. This one's over 400 pages as well. As you can tell, I already started it. I quit at page 10. This one, however, who knows? It might be time to get back into the series. And then last but not least, Silver Elite by Danny Francis. This book was everywhere a few months ago. It's like when it came out. Let me think about this actually, because I don't know really which one I want out of these 3. Interesting. Okay, wait. I kind of want to pick Silver Elite. I think I am going to go with Silver Elite by Danny Francis. I don't quite know what this one is about. It's a dystopian romance though. It says that psychic gifts are death sentence and there are rules for survival. Trust no one, lie to everyone, and whatever you do, don't fall for your greatest enemy. So this seems like it'll be fun. I don't typically go towards dystopian anymore. I did when I was a bit younger, whenever it was like really popular with the Maze Runner, the Hunger Games, Divergent, and all those ones. But I think this is the one I do want to pick. And just to ensure that it's over 400 pages, it's over 500. We're going above and beyond. I'm just an overachiever. Let's choose our next one. Okay, an author I've never read. Ooh, we definitely have some picks for this one. Okay, obviously I've read these guys. I've read Holly Jackson. I haven't read this one or this one or this one. You don't know what I'm seeing. Claire Devaney, is that her name? Claire Gilmore. Never read her. I've read Rebecca. Have I read Julie Soto? I feel like because I already have Silver Elite, I don't want to get into another big book. Read Alex Astor and Allie Hazelwood. That book upside down. I think I'm gonna pick this one, Murder at Holly House. I just picked this one up. This is Barnes & Noble's November $5 pick of the month. So if you go to Barnes & Noble and buy something at the cafe, you get this for $5. This one is set post World War II England, and it's a whodunit like murder mystery set during Christmas, like the Christmas time. As you can tell, this is just giving very Christmas vibes. And so I think I want to do this one because I've never read Denzel Mayrick. So I think we're going to choose this one. I swear, these things are right in front of me, and when I look for them, I don't find them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do one more. Okay. A book with a dog on the cover. Okay, I said this yesterday and I said this in the last TBR video. I don't have any books on here with the dog on the cover, and the books that I've added don't have any dogs on the cover. So we're gonna pick a different one. This one's just really long. That's intimidating. Let's see, the last one is a book that's been on my TBR forever. This one would definitely be a bit more down then. I can get her out. Okay, hold on. These are in the way. I think I already automatically know what I want for this because I've been hearing it all over Twitter. And that's Love Theoretically by Allie Hazelwood. This has been on my TBR since it came out. I think I would want it. I think automatically I want this one. I'm gonna go with it because, oh, I lost the slip again. We're gonna go with it because this is the one I want to do. Yay, now we can fit more books right here. Okay. Don't quite fit. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and go through all of the 5 books I picked for this month's TBR. So the first one we did was a book with a purple cover. I chose Thrown in the Dark by A.K. Caggiano. This one, like I said, in case you weren't listening, this one is about our main character. Her name is Amma. She chains herself accidentally to Damien, like magically chains herself. And so then they're stuck and they have to go through. It says that it forces him to drag her across the realm. I don't quite know what the plot is. It did say that is Damien going to be forced to abandon his villainous birthright to help tender the thorn in his side, or he managed to overcome the virtue Amma insists on inspired and instead cut it out at the heart. This cover is so pretty though. The sprayed edges are gorgeous. I think this one is going to be read within November. Oh, that's a pretty big statement to make. And then next we did a book published this year. I did choose Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. This one's a very short little romance, a little holiday Christmas romance. It's about our main character. His name is Nolan. He's a ghost of Christmas past. And so he spends his holidays just haunting around, you know, being a little ghost, and he ends up haunting Harriet. Harriet has no idea why she is being haunted by Nolan, but as they spend more time together, they slowly realize that like they have this little thread that connects them more than they thought that they did, especially whenever Nolan was alive, if I'm not mistaken. And Nolan soon discovers that he does not want to stay in the past. He wants to be in the future, live a life with Harriet. So this one's going to be really fun. It's going to be a little interesting because I think like he's a ghost, you guys. Like I think he's dead. So we're gonna see how this one has to play out. And did I just mention the sprayed edges? Because these ones are gorgeous. And then next we pick a book that was over 400 pages. And for this one, I did choose Silver Elite by Danny Francis. This one's a bit long. It's over 500 pages. As I said, it's a dystopian romance. I don't quite gravitate towards dystopian, so this will be interesting to see if I enjoy it, if I do read it during this month. I am a little afraid though, because it is 500 pages and I always get intimidated whenever I read a long book, even though I've read books that are like over 900 pages. But with school coming, and I've just been so stressed with one of my classes that I doubt I would be able to like fall into a book this size. But I did want to give it a try to see if I could. But I have been wanting to read this. I got it in May for book of the month, May's book of the month. So it's been on my TBR for a minute and I cannot wait to get into it. And then we had a book by an author I've never read before. This book, Murder at the Holly House, like I said, it takes place in the 50s post World War II England, and it's a little whodunit, a little murder mystery. This is by Denzel Mayrick. I've never read him before, but this book was $5 with a cafe item from Barnes & Noble, so I did take advantage of that deal and I did buy it. So we're going to see if we can get to this in the month of November. And then lastly, I did choose for my book that's been on my TBR for forever, Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. This one truly has been on my TBR for forever. Let me see what year this was published, because I bought this the year 23, so this has been on my TBR for 2 years. And the reason why I really am gravitating towards this now is because it's been making a lot of noise on Twitter. Like, people have been drawing like character drawings and art for this book inspired by this book, and they've made me interested. And I love the colors. The orange and the pink are so pretty, they're so vibrant. I typically am a seasonal reader, but who knows, this is just giving so like bright. It's a bright day outside, it's beautiful, it's like 70 degrees, and so I think we're definitely gonna try to give this a try in November. But these are all the books that I read, or no, I did not read. These are the books on my November TBR. Thanks for picking them out for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I was like, I only picked 4. Thanks for helping me pick them out. This was really fun. I do want to go ahead and talk about what books I read from my October TBR. So I did read Killer Instinct, The Good Girl, Bad Blood. I DNF'd Mexican Gothic, and then I soft DNF'd the Atlas 6. So I read, I think, 2 out of the 7 that I chose. These are the 3 left over in addition to the Atlas 6 that I soft DNF'd. But I think I did pretty good. I think I officially read 2 of them. And then I DNF'd 1, 3. Did I? But I did have these 3 left over. I do want to get into these 2 sometime this month because it's November. Still getting to like the fall spirit, pumpkin spice and everything nice in the pumpkin spice cafe. I read 10 books, I read 11 books in October, but it's still been a very busy month for me school-wise. And so I just wanted to give a little update on my October TBR. I do want to do my October wrap-up soon, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I see you in the next one. Okay, bye.